Welcome back, L127 here. So, last part of our RAFT playthrough, I explored Tangaroa and got some of the water technologies and unlocked, especially the electric purifier that allows me to automatically produce purified water. And there comes an intermission when I basically expanded my rep. I didn't manage to get most of the other tech use. Since I was very low on skill, I wasn't able to really type up and set up a user pipe to connect the purifiers to the sprinklers. So I basically made some changes to my graph. I set up for a second layer of storage system for food supplies and other stuff, and I migrated all the things here. They used to be some things here. I removed all of those. I should also remove this foundation. And there's one thing that I want to get that I haven't really been able to get is the calendar. I wasn't able to make calendar for a long time. I wasn't able to actually make a calendar for a long time. And I also want to make a clock. So what's the goal for today? I'm going to go to the next story location to get me some more technology. I don't know if I can actually place this. Not really. Let's replace the walls. Maybe just on the right side. That will do it. I should make a lamp. And yes, it's already high enough for me to actually take full damage, so I better not jump. Just jump first. And then I already really low on scrap. Very unfortunate. I was able to get some resources, especially titanium, but I am really low in scrap. But I think I'm going to move on to the next store location, regardless. Anyways, I got a metal lantern. I'm going to place it over here. And then I'm going to place the foundation counter. Let's just place the clock first. Foundation counter. And the most important thing is to place the calendar. How many days? 81 days. That's been a long playthrough. Anyways, heading towards the next destination. The code is 1557, so let's set that up. I also made a new bridge section here. So this is the bridge section. So I will be able to see more widely, I assume, and from all four directions. Anyway, it's gonna be a while before we get to there. I don't know if it's going to respawn when I'm trying to head towards this direction. Anyways, has been using quite a bit of a scrap while going through this whole thing. What I feel like going to do is to actually set up for the is to actually smelt some seaweed into goo. Then I will be able to use this finder to make diving goo, which will be very useful in this next story location. So I definitely would like to get that set up. And I had too many bananas, so I might as well just eat all these bananas. Since I am using banana trees to gain my planes, so I had quite a bit of bananas. So I'm currently eating bananas and actually get the food supply as well. One scrap. It was something. Currently, the storage is still quite not complete. Well, for now, it's still not really complete because I am extremely short on scrap, so I can't really do anything about this further extension for this scrap. This storage. What I can do here for now is simply put all the other categories, other stuff into the miscellaneous chest. The intended miscellaneous chest. The one does 3,000 away. I really hope to get more scrap from. Yeah, there was quite a bit of scrap from those barrels. Because I am extremely short on scrap, not barrels. Anyway, so that I was able to get some extend my collection netline to be thicker, so if the first line is wrong, then it will take the second line before letting those away. So I will be able to store out more before I have to check. Check for the collectors and then harvest them. Anyway, so I need to chop. I think I can chop the trees, so let's do the chopping session. Anyways, what I also need to do is to smell more goo. How far now? It reached really well. And so I guess it's just aim more precisely towards this direction, and then check again. I could insert some biofilter on that, but and then more smelting of binding. Oh, it's time to chop more trees. Did I just throw away my hook? Okay, I don't even know where it went. Might as well just make another, but it's going to cost me a lot of resources. And I actually don't really need the hook for this next story location, so I think I'm just going to leave that for now. Make sure it doesn't relocate again. $11 scrub. Yeah, there was quite many. Quite a bit of scrub. it may be a reliable source. I'm gonna throw away the spear. It's almost broken. I feel like at least 2 sets of diving gear will be needed. So for this next relocation, I wouldn't really need this because, but I need a weapon. So let me put the spear in the machetes. I don't really need a bow. Steel. And that's my last spear. Anyways, I'm gonna check it out back again when I get a little bit closer. But first, let me make the diving gear. So, all of these. And then 2 stacks of plastic. And then 16 wood. And I will be able to make 2 bottles. And sets of flippers, and then I can equip this. Let me just check the bridge set to see if it's any closer. 700, it's a bit left, so back to redirect. Straight. And I would also like to use the headlamp this time. There are 2 here. I think it's just that. So I have 2 headlamps. I hope that is enough. And I'm gonna take off this mayor hat now. I may want to make some healing cells just in case. So the first thing is I want to make some of these healing cells. Oh, the lag happens. It definitely spawned. It definitely spawned. And also I'm going to be taking. No, I think it takes 6 each. I think 5 should just be enough. Let's not make too many. I'll just make 5. It's for emergency. It's not for like something like you have to use it every so often. So I will be making 5 good green cells, and I also believe that I have some of this healing stuff back here. And you can already see that giant crane. Anyways, I need to make this to be daytime so I can actually capture this more properly. I think this is what I'm going to bring. As well, very close. Well, 300. But still kind of far away in the fishing range. Anyways, so this is our next story location. It is the Varuna Point. So it appears this will be a construction site that never gets finished. There are reasons behind that. But first, let me aim a little bit better towards this, so I'll be able to get a better grip on this. Again, I was trying to get the screenshot for this for my thumbnails. I definitely would like to have a remotely controllable anchor soon. Anyway, so we are now here at this very huge rain area here, and there is the shop. Did you see anything down there? So I'm going to go through this straight. The very first thing that we have to do here is actually go underwater. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring my oxygen bottle and headlight. And the very first place we have to go to is here. And the way this works is that when the spotlight is on, that the jellyfish will just swim away, and you will be able to go through this, go through outside to this building. So here's a note, and here is
too many holes in it. Unnoticed. Today I nicked a hammer. Yesterday I took some dried meat from the foreman's stash. It's less fun taking food, since it spoils eventually. The watch I got from the loudmouth driller was way more exciting. I want to grab something even better tonight.
So here his name is the Grabber, and you will sometimes notice this G here. So this is basically what you are supposed to follow. And here's a new enemy. It's the anglerfish. It's a quite aggressive enemy. The way to do this actually swing circle and try to actually hit this. It's also one of the hardest rarest achievement. Not necessarily the hardest, but it's definitely annoying to do because you have to do the V50 and the most you can get in this in a goal storage location is that many. It will be very difficult to actually get this achievement because how many times you actually have to go here. And also, anglerfish has a will drop raw meat. It also has a chance to drop a fine good. But here I got to a secret location. This is a secret cache, which accounts for the grab a cache achievement. So it's going to be, I think, cache. I don't know. But what you're supposed to do is to pick up this crate, I assume, or like actually locate those grab a cache locations. As you will have to. You will have to find those crates and then pick them up. And you will also notice these vibrations here. Well, I will talk about that later, but for now we just leave that as it is. And I got a paddle. Unfortunately, I really don't really need a paddle, so I just pick up a spotlight pot here. There is a spotlight pot here. We need 4 of those, but there are 5, so there's a total risk of missing one of those. And so there's a food bundle. I'm going to those some resources. And here is you will potentially be able to see this air columns that you can actually breathe in. And here's probably going to be another anglerfish. It doesn't do like significant damage, but it's definitely worth actually know how to actually dodge its attacks, so you don't lose that much health. And so the next place you'll have to go is upwards. And then also some stuff you can pick up here. Trying to swim in circle can be a little bit difficult due to the mouse. Can be a little bit difficult to deal with the mouse. Anyways, I got a head roll. I'm actually going to immediately take it, and then keep eating bananas while and there's going to be there's a sparkling pot. And here's another note.
I heard them talking about me this morning. They call me the Grabber. It's growing on me. I moved my cache. It's higher up now, on the new floor. Right under their noses. The foreman complained about the lack of cameras. Like that didn't matter. I wouldn't get caught even if the walls had eyes. I'm starting to get good at this.
Yes, I think it's what it's professional. Yes, we are up here. I think I am capable of leaving this. Some more stuff. An X. And another spotlight pot. We already have, I think we already have 4. But there's another you can pick up. Here. So there are 5 in total. Also, keep eating food. Just because, yes. I think that's it. Anyways, I will have to go up because I only have a very full inventory. Well, actually, I'm not going to take it. Got a strap, whatever it's worth is how much it's going to give. Anyways, need some inventory cleanup for sure, because if I don't do the inventory cleanup, then I end up with too much of inventory to actually carry the stuff away. There is going to be a better version of backpack, but it's at least after this, so I won't be able to get the better backpack now. Well, it's actually very angry. It's actually very close to endgame. So let's just not talk about that for now. And then instead, I focus on. Oh, I don't have this recipe. Perhaps I'm gonna put these away. And then angular fish head. I got some biofuel. It's almost nighttime, but I feel like I'm alright with that. Anyways, oh, I had a book here. Whatever. I don't know why I have the book here, but maybe just eventually to just pick up some biofuel and I have the hook here. Yeah, so I also going to pick the hook here. So there are also some secret cache locations that I want to look for before actually progress further into the place that you need the full spotlight box. So there is one right below the well, actually right below the spotlight area here, and there are some seaweeds I can pick up, so I'm gonna pick up. And here is a G here. Down here, you will be able to find another of these crates, along with this construction helmet. This is another vanity helmet. And here is where we have to use the full spotlight box, so let's use that. And the jellyfish will swim away and we will be able to access that location. But I will cover the other whatever cache points you have to go to. Let me get the zero column first. So what you're supposed to do for this the remaining, I don't even know if it's the last. Is go through this coral section here and follow the corals, and then you will be able to find this certain cache location. And then you will be able to pick up some resources here. And then there's the last one. It's going to be around this place. It's going to be a little bit around. It's going to be here. I don't think it strictly indicates the G here, but there is the crate you have to pick up here. And I think this can be easily missed. So, well, you have to navigate through the entire building to actually find those. Anyways. With that part completed, we can progress into the actual storage area. My inventory is full, really full. But I'm going to move on. Anyways, here we can access this location, and immediately we'll be able to see some of these spike things. And so we will be able to pick up this waste. And then got some watermelons, which is useful. And I also got this here strawberry colorado. And here's where we have to head home.
We don't work on new floors anymore. Everyone is scared of the grabber. There's talk about leaving before the water gets even higher. Leaving for that other construction project. The one taken over by rafters. They call it Utopia. The only Utopia I need is right here. I started to secure the tower. As long as I live, no one will claim my treasure. No one will reach my nest.
Alright, so this is the trap section. So these bars, they hurt. Hurt quite a bit. Also this spike is basically those will hurt. And then what you're supposed to do is actually avoid getting hit by these traps and then move on. Oh, there's a secret crate. Oh, I wasn't able to get this crate before. Anyway, so there is a crate. Anyways, you'll see this trip wire here, and you will see this trap over there. And if you actually trigger it by going over this trip wire, you will have severe consequences. It will knock you back and potentially into the spikes. And if you happen to get to on top of those spikes, and it's going to be very damaging. So this is a little bit more difficult with navigation. And so here is a double tripwire, which is actually very scary. And so get a mango. And so the way I go through this series of trap bars or like spiky bars is by just crouching on this side, crouch over this side, and then just you will be able to pass through this section. And then for this one, you have to be a little bit careful, and then you will be able to get through here. And then some quick wires you have to go through, and this can be a little bit tricky. And then there is a final tripwire there. And what I have assumed is that it's going to send you way back with this very intensive spike literally at your face, and it's going to be pretty hurt, pretty damaging. I will have to. Anyways, we have to reach this next key location that we have to go to. This is supposed to be the grabber's nest. And also notice this. Miranda. Do you recall Miranda? Yeah, it's one of the Bruno stoves that they carry through the away from Balboa Island. And here's the motherlode key. And here's a note.
I would be bored these days if the motherlode wasn't on the forefront of my mind. The water stole it from me. Oh, I should have acted sooner. Now there's trouble in the way. It's risky to deal with, but it might be worth it. God knows at me. But it's just one shark. How hard could it be?
This is a foreshadow to what we have to deal with very soon. Also, just look at this image here. I'm at the bottom right. This image. Anyways, we have unlock access to the advanced headlight, which is not much of significant impact actually. So we can just unlock the blinking, get the blinking and screen away. If you want to use the advanced headlight, use it. I'm not restricting your actions. You can just make yourself an advanced headlight and then and then just continue and moving. That was the summer titanium and powder. And the summer craze that we can pick up a shovel. My inventory is fairly full, so I actually I'm not sure if I can actually get this full. My inventory is very full. I think that's all the available loot here. Else, we are going to we're going to continue head on. Else, so yeah, you can get out of this place. You have to open the door here in this side. Else, you be careful on those trucks and then just go through this. Else, you will see there is a map, and the vibrations going very, very regularly. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is going to empty my inventory before moving on, because my inventory is again very full. Let's see. With this full inventory, I don't really feel like going further, because the inventory is way too full. Then that happens. There's some titanium and some powder. I think that's one of the locations you can actually get tremendous amount of titanium. Because of that safe. But you can happen to not gain any single piece of titanium. Because there is no raw titanium pieces here. Well, actually, for this next location, for this next part of the story, I actually don't really need the. I'm going to put the cook versions here as well. I already have those recipes. Let me put this as well. And I have the construction plans. My headlamp just died. And so I'm going to take some water. This battery is dead, so I'm going to replace it with a new one. Fortunately though, I will very soon no longer need to actually make more batteries. And there's a reason why. We might as well just move on for now. Anyways, I also have one more shovel. I have about 15 of those dead batteries. Well, actually, 14 of those. Anyways, for this next, I don't really feel like I need to put more weapon into this. I was going to pick the eggs. Anyways, first I will go back to the building where you can see the map. There's a shark that I have to deal with. Anyways, so the map is around here. So you see this map. Now we are currently about here in this building. With all the crane. Is above the first pipe. There is a second pipe. So what you are supposed to go is the motherlode door. You are supposed to go along down, straight down. It's going to be on the same side of this building where we currently are, and it's going to be between the first and the second pipe. So here's what it is. So we have to go straight down and straight down here, and then here's where we're supposed to go. And there's also a G here. Oh, so you can then use the motherlode key here. And there are going to be some more anglerfish. So anyways, now we are in the second pipe. And going further forward, you will immediately notice a very unnatural feeling. The screen gets darker, and this is what you get. So here's why I would like to have the diving equipment. So what you're supposed to do is I don't know if this is actually going to predict. And so what you're supposed to do here is yeah, it definitely predicts. So the way to go this is just when it attacks to dodge this guy. It's definitely going to be to dodge this guy is definitely going to be like. So what you're supposed to do is actually break these pillars. Yeah, it can be a little bit difficult with the prediction. And then you are supposed to go further up. Here you can go up here, and then some of them are going to have these good healing cells which you can pick up. There's going to be 8 per each floor that you are just going to look around. But I'm going to ignore that for now. Ignore that because it takes too much time to do the printing session. Anyways, for this second tier, you will have to make sure that you make it hit the cement part, and then this pillar will have to be hit twice before you can put the explosive down. And I'm about to join. And my flip is also about to die, so I'll have to switch to another sync. Let me taking the next set of growth before moving on. Alright. now we are at the final section. This is the final floor that you have to deal with this guy. So this is a very huge. This is a very huge pillar, and the only path that you will be able to damage the pillar is this little bit up at the very upper part, which can make up for the difficulty for the pillar. You will have to go very far to actually. You will have to go very high up to actually be able to damage the pillar, and the air column is so far away from it. They can make up for the difficulty as well. I can't switch my inventory. That is my phone design. And then that's it. And you have successfully defeated this boss. So this is technically a boss. And if you have the music on, you will actually hear the boss music. So you will get 25 shockwave and then this Rhino shock trophy. Note that this is a trophy that you don't see the clothing icon like many other hits. This is a placeable decoration. But I'm probably not going to place it now because I'm currently not aiming towards decoration. Anyways, you see what I see. We got access to wind turbine. And this is actually a very decent upgrade to the battery charging. So we can basically throw away the blueprint as well. And also, we also get access to the crane key, which we're not going to use. I will remove this anyway. Okay, now we are supposed to go through this pipe and get out of this place. But here's a crate you can pick up. And then you just follow the pipes. And then you can open this door and it leads to the first pipe, which is where you use the 4 spotlight pots. Anyways, that is most of the underwater work you have to do with this place. In this whole location. I got some resources, I'm gonna put those before moving on. It's a place that can be done very quickly if you know what you're doing. But if you don't know what you are actually doing, then it can take quite a while. This is a scary element. Anyways, going to clear out more inventory space for this. And then we're going to move on to the plane area, the plane section. remember to bring zipline too. We're probably going to have zipline too on you anyway. So. Now we have to actually go up to this crane section. So here you will also see some of those lurkers in the previous locations. And here's another note.
A man talking to drones arrived yesterday. I found his loud discussions entertaining. Maybe I missed company a bit too. The man climbed high up into the crane with a satellite dish. He called out on his little radio for Astrid. It looked unsuccessful. I might have stolen one of his daughters. Miranda is her name. The man left an hour ago, after freaking out all day over it. So many strange people these days.
So yeah, the man talking to those is basically Bruno, which you will be able to find his notes on Balboa Island, but also in the next location. Yeah, so we are up in the crane. This is what you're supposed to do, is to use the crane key you got after defeating the Rhino shark boss. And then use this crane to break this building. So you get a passage in the towards there. But first there is a staircase, a ladder up here. And then you will be able to find some more stuff, like this good potato. Another note.
When people come by, they don't stay for long. Why? Probably because I keep stealing their stuff. Today, it was a man named Ruben and a boy named Deto. They were caught in a storm and needed supplies. When they fell asleep, I nicked a whole set of tools. Crude stuff, but still good. In the morning, they were so freaked out, they sailed away immediately. Hilarious.
So yeah, it's Ruben and Deto, which you have seen in the previous location, Tangaroa. They assume that I assume that they have met up in Tangaroa, and then evacuated here. But then the grabber took their stuff and then just have to move on. Anyways, I think there's some but I'm going to climb further up before actually be able to see the smoke green. As you'll also be able to see this handmade satellite dish that has been mentioned by listeners to actually try to call for airstreams, which is his sister. I don't see as a great. It's what I'm supposed to do here. Maybe I should do something like this. Also, if you don't have zipline, you just basically climb up and then drop down there. But we're going to be using the zipline. If you ride the full trip of the zipline, you should be able to get an achievement to, which is an achievement called zigzag, which is 50 to actually travel 50 meters without disjointing. Which this should be low enough to actually get you the achievement. As we go down here, and then here's a crate that you can pick up food supplies, sushi. And then here is an advanced battery as another crate, which can also give you titanium. And here's the next location. It's Temperance. And then we get access to this next location. perhaps what we are supposed to do here is to get out of this place via this door. And we can now leave this place for good. Well, maybe not for good if we don't have the official achievement. Or like if you're actually have some Varuna Point stuff, not confused. Like the nodes. If you haven't completed all the nodes yet, then unfortunately you might have to come back here. Anyway, so that is Varuna Point, and why I have this advanced battery blueprints. I don't need these blueprints on me, so might as well just throw them away. Let me clear out my inventory. So some biofuel. Recipe for sushi. Alright. So now I should be able to remove great danger and then move on. So let's go and move on. It appears to be that direction. I don't think I will be able to pass through this. I want to go the other direction. So the next location is and it's over there. So I'm gonna go to do a big back turn. I'll actually just go over this building and then I can. I can just go this direction. First, let me get a little bit straight on this. then when I get out of this building's work, when I pass through this building, then I will going to head towards that direction. For this next location. Oh, we are on that direction now. So what I would like to do is to actually set up the wind turbine over because I have so many dead batteries. I just have too many dead batteries. So what I'm gonna do here is actually going to do some work on this. Oh, I don't have to have it, so I'm gonna get that. I don't gonna need this now, so. And then there's going to be a stair. It's going to be given a staircase here. And then going to some horizontal pins. And what is this? It's an Evergreen island. It's basically the Balboa biome. So The first thing I want to do here is to stopping by. And you can already see there is a bear. I would like to just stop by and get some stuff because I would like to get some bees if possible. So let me let me sleep first, and then we can start work on this. And then we can stop by this Evergreen barrel. And the one thing I definitely need to bring is the sweep. If I actually plan to actually get the bees. And yes, they also come with the music playing house and the vehicles. But one and after here is the bees. So again, bees are very hard to catch. So how can I drop the net? And I think that's basically the bees. Here's a coin I would like to get. No recipes though, unfortunately. Some cake mushrooms. What I'm really after here is just basically the bees. I would like to set up a beehive soon, before actually ending this playthrough series. So I need to get these. Currently, we will be able to make 5. I think it's 5. I always got myself a little bit of stuff. We're going to move. And it appears that I'm stuck now. Alright. Okay, so first let me reverse. Okay, it's about 900. Anyways, I'm going to take some collected stuff. And you can see a lot of stuff going in this next location. It's huge, like Balboa huge, but I never really noticed the very serious stuff. Oh, never mind. Now there comes the leg. The leg is 1 by 1, so the way it spawns is a little bit different from Balboa. It doesn't give you the whole. It probably gives section by section. Anyway, so I have set up this upper roof section. What I'm gonna do now is actually research those technology I got in the previous location that I haven't even unlocked because I didn't use the research table. So let me pull on my research table to actually get this new technology unlocked. For now, I'm gonna pull it about here. I think I missed the blueprint. Well, we are here now. So let's stop the. Let's anchor up and then. Or anchor down and then. And then turn off the engine. Alright, so first let me research the wind turbine and the tower so you can see its repair is very slow. It takes quite a bit of circle building. I only have a little bit. I'm gonna make one now. It costs the same of the titanium as no, I cannot place this wind turbine. I'm gonna place it. I'm gonna place it here. Then what you can do now is to put some of your batteries. You can charge up to 4 at once. And what I'm gonna do is going to be basically having those batteries stayed on the wind turbine. Those will be slowly but surely charged. And then to achieve full efficiency, as the efficiency actually is actually influenced, as you can see the voltage here. To achieve maximum efficiency, we'll need to make sure that it has at least surplus high foundation flow. Anyways, I feel like this monitoring is going to be doing the favor for me now. There is an achievement, there's something I would like to get here for now. Because I am quite a bit tired of mainly doing the anchoring. And there is an option to do with the engine controls, and you can already see that green bar over there. That look very menacing. And there's a polar bear. I would like to get away from this polar bear. So now we are in Temperance. There's a place I would like to go before actually heading back to Varuna, because I miss a blueprint. I happen to miss a blueprint. I plan to do Temperance in the next part, but there's something I can get here. It's also a blueprint, but I will head back to Varuna. So where I want to get the thing is here. So here you can find a note.
I've already lost Miranda. I will not lose you too, Henry. The two of us have followed a signal far south. I know it's from my sister. There's no doubt. Henry is skeptical. He thinks the cold will be dangerous. I'm most scared of whatever's out there in the snowstorm.
And Yeah, it's basically that occurs in Tangaroa, and you're going to have for deep sea diving again, and this time with anglerfish. So this can be a little bit tricky. And you're going to go here. And then going up here, you will see the exit. You will see the exit way. And here's a vending machine token, which is why it is kind of similar to Tangaroa in some form. Anyways, now we're here.
There's bears all over this frozen island. One of them completely wrecked the boat when we tried to get away. None of the usual tricks worked either. Henry and I would have been eaten if that boy with the air horn hadn't showed up. His name is Detto. Says he came here with some survivors. I asked Henry if I should trust the boy, but I didn't get an answer.
So this is when Bruno met Detto. Or should I say where? Because there is some tokens getting around the place. So I would like to see if I can find some tokens around this place. Finding these tokens can be a little bit tricky. And I'm just going to do this section. And I have to head back to Varuna for that one missing blueprint. Yeah, so here's a code. It's a 4-digit code. And here's the telescope. And then here's another map.
The boat is ready to go. Detto is ready with the air horn, and Ruben can at least walk. Henry is staying behind. It's bittersweet. He doesn't speak with me anymore, but I think it's safer for someone to stay behind. Detto says there's a place with lots of people. Ruben says Astrid might be there. She definitely isn't here in this cold place. It's nice talking to people.
So, to solve this 4-digit code puzzle, that you will get these 4 nodes across the entire observatory. That you want to find this constellation for this telescope. And the number here, you will be able to see the anchor here. It says 8, and then here on the other side it says the spear and 2. So what the number means is the number of stars on the constellation. So for example here, you'll be able to see this anchor constellation that has a very clear star pattern on this constellation pattern. And then it will be 8 then. So, and the other here is the spear, which is 2. So what you're supposed to do is to find this, to be able to recognize how many stars on these 4 constellation. For example, here, this is the full color icon, I believe, and then it's a 6, so the third digit, it's the third digit of the password is 6. Here is, I believe, is the hover, so here the second digit is 9. And here is the first one is, I think it's the clocker. So it's 5. So the first digit is 5. And on top right here is going to be the with a cell. It's this one, the last digits here. It's 4. So it's 4. It's the password is then 5964. And then you get the link key, which is where those 2 green beans are, and some vending machine tokens. But the reason I want to go here before returning back to Varuna to get the one's missing blueprints is here is advanced stationary anchor blueprints. I'll talk about why I would like to get this blueprints when I'm back here, but I can also drop this blueprint. Anyways, we have to head back to the RAFT. I don't even know where it starts. I don't want to just I don't want to end the series without unlocking all the tech. So I'm definitely heading back to Varuna to get that one last blueprint. Well, first I have to find where I started, because it's a very huge place. I hope it's around here. If not, then might as well just go around the whole island. Let me eat something first. I think that's my word tower. To make the bridge more of a bridge, I definitely need to get control over the anchor from top, not just actually have to physically go down there to actually control the anchor. I do not want this. I don't want that. So here's why I want to get this advanced stationary anchor. I may need to insert more biofuel before heading back to Varuna. I have been using quite a bit of fuel. Alright, so we can research the advanced stationary anchor. So it's an advanced anchor. That's basically that. So the advanced stationary anchor, it's very expensive in titanium. It costs 8 titanium ingots to make. Thankfully, I have quite a bit of titanium for that, so I can make that. So I'm gonna make that. And we're gonna make this advanced stationary. And we are going to immediately replace that. We're going to immediately replace this with this very advanced stationary anchor. As you can see here, it's controlled by engine controls. So what it does is it works remotely with engine controls, and in this way that we'll be able to control the whole raft by just accessing this whole engine control and the steering wheel. Now I need to go back to the Varuna Point for that one last bit of the. So I need to reverse first, and then somehow be able to get away with this. Since now I have a capability to actually go to anywhere I want, basically using this with this control room. So what I'm gonna do here is my battery is almost dead. Fortunately, there's a solution to this problem. Yes. low on battery, then might as well just might as well just take the charged one. And then the charged one, then I can basically take taking this dead batteries, replace the dead batteries, and this glitch again. It's about 100, but I can't be sure if it's going to be spawned. So with this advanced stationary anchor, I can have the remote controls, but I also cannot do that climb up that I used to do, because that's what happened. Else I can throw this away twice into the. I think I don't need the hammer for now, so I will go back to heavy. Let me recharge these batteries then. The batteries has gone low. Now let's go to the control center or the bridge. 960. I feel a little bit better with the capability to control over my RAFT. So I will end at Varuna Point, and then I'm going to do some work on my RAFT most likely to get the water system up, so I can actually progress further into this next door location. Well, might as well just end the part when get that missing blueprint and then go back to Temperance right after, and then we can start the next part directly at Temperance, and then maybe even directly head towards to the next location. When I finish Temperance, it's about 700. So here I'm gonna just wait. Unfortunately, this has a little some waste of time. But I definitely want to get the blueprint before heading towards this, or like continue to the next story location because I only had progress a bit of the next story location, Temperance. For that sweet advanced stationary anchor, so I can actually do remote control of the anchor before actually render this as an actual ship rather than just a raft. Well there. I can just drop the anchor. So the missing blueprint is at the crane section. It's at the top of the crane section. I have them not collected, so I need to go back up and then get this one last blueprint to get. Alright, might as well just review over this the particle section here. So where is the blueprints? I appear to be using this blueprints. Just the similar thing. So what it was missing is this electric grill blueprints, which can cook even more pieces of food, double as the defense tool, and then you can also it also uses battery as fuel. That's been seen very clearly. Anyways, we are done with this. For real this time. It also costs titanium. Well, everything we got in. After Caravan Town, it's mostly just going to be requiring you to actually have titanium to make. Yeah, so electric grill. I'm gonna sleep. And then the electric grill is going to cost 6 titanium. It doesn't need circuits, no carbon consumption there, but it will need to need this battery as storage on the new. So I'm gonna go is going to go back to the Temperance code. Give it back. I still don't have much scrap. I may consider doing actual off-screen session because I had to get so much scrap to make this work. I know I need a lot of pipe, so I would have assumed that I need to actually do some off-screen session to get some scrap, so I can actually make the pipes. Let's just head back to the bridge and see how far we still are to Temperance. Yeah, we had a lot of dead batteries. Might as well just take out these fully charged ones and then just just turn to charge the dead batteries. As the wind turbine is very decent at charging the batteries. I just need to leave them as if they are. And then we are going from the Evergreen Island again. And I plan to stop this path at Temperance. When I stopped at Temperance the second time because I had to return back to Varuna for that electric wheel. And then in the next part, because I already done the Observatory bit, I will continue my progress on Temperance in the next part. So it's very likely that it's not going to be an intermission between this one and the next one. And then we'll straight for Temperance and then see if I complete the Temperance, then what I will do to progress my RAFT or my collector progress the story. The decisions are hard, and then I don't know if I want to actually fully max my RAFT or actually finish the playthrough as I finish out the story. Though just finishing a playthrough right after finishing the story would have been relatively dull because then I don't get to use the final technologies. So my plan is that after the story, I probably still going to be a bit of a playthrough going around. Probably about 2 to 3 parts, maybe, and then it's going to be balanced. And then I will have considered the playthrough to be finished then maybe go for a tour of my RAFT and then maybe going around the places. There will possibly be a lot more off-screen, or like I may consider them off-screen because it took too much time for me to actually get the scrub for the piping, so I wasn't able to actually do the piping. I definitely want the piping for water. I had those for fuel, but it's just that little bit to make that work. And the next thing is I need to be able to make make biofuel. So I need to start to set up on the honey production. So that's why I'm really after catching bees, because I really need the beehives, and then I will have to start gathering flowers. And the flowers are going to be used to make honey. And then the bees are going to be used. The flowers are also going to be used to make the dye. I want to paint the whole raft, so yeah, it's way far from actually finishing the whole playthrough, I assume. Though the on-screen time is mostly there for the on-screen recording sessions are mostly done. We just have a little bit of a story progress. I may do a few more intermission videos after, or like at least after Temperance, I may do an intermission as well. Anyways, we are now back at Temperance. I just need to get that one missing blueprint, and then we are going to continue. We're going to continue the story in the next part. The way this part has gone through is relatively wild, I would have assumed, because I didn't think that I would have to go back to the story just to get a missing blueprint. Anyway, so I got the blueprint. So what we are going to do is going to be imagine missing blueprints and then you cannot get the achievement. That would be sad for sure. Because there's an achievement to get all technologies unlocked with the resource table. But yeah, now we are at Temperance again. So I will just end this part here, and we are going to progress the story further into the story, and then presumably reaching the very end game. Well, no, really late game now, but we have a lot of relatively powerful tech like this wind turbine and that advanced stationary anchor there. You cannot really see it now, but here is where you can control the advanced stationary anchor, and that's why it is so powerful. I can just basically stay here and then just control the entire raft. The only time I have to go down is presumably fuel the ship. But that's pretty much for this part. So, if you want to follow the series, consider subscribing and turn on the notifications, and I will see you in the next part. Thanks for watching.